Hey everyone, so I'm gonna go ahead and do the bedtime tag. Um, it says baby, but a lot in here, but I have a toddler, whatever, whatever. So I'm gonna do it anyways. Okay, so what time do you put baby to bed? He has had an 8 o'clock bedtime since forever. Um, it doesn't always happen at 8, but it's around 8. I like to keep it around 8, and he seems to function the best at that time. Does your baby use a lovey/a pacifier? Lovey or a pacifier. He used to use pacifiers. We called them binkies. He was obsessed with them. Like, oh my goodness. He actually used a binky until he was like 2.5, almost 3. Could not break him of it. And then finally one day we just finally got rid of it. He was obsessed with it. I thought he was going to go to college with it, or I thought he was going to have it at his wedding. So whatever. As for a lovey, I'm going to have, there's this big long thing about loveys when it comes to my son. Okay, when my son was born, he had this thing that a friend of mine had gotten him, and I knew that I wanted it to be his lovey. I know that you can't control that kind of thing, but there was the one thing I really, really liked and I really wanted him to have. It was a little bear, and I'll actually show you a picture of it, but it was a little bear, and it had a blanket, and on the blanket it said, "My first Teddy," so we named him Teddy. He slept with him all the time. All his newborn pictures, Teddy is in those pictures. When he was like 1.5 years, we went back to our home state, because we had moved, and we went back to our home state. It was like around Thanksgiving, and somehow, somewhere, we only stayed at 4 different places, and we lost Teddy. I don't know what happened. We cannot find him. He is not at any of the people's houses. Like, I think it's a long lost thing. It makes me so incredibly sad. But I'm going to show you a picture. It's huge, sorry. But this is a picture of Teddy, my son and Teddy. Tell me that is not the cutest little bear you've ever seen in your whole life. So anyways, that was his first puppy. After Teddy went missing in action, he just started to pretty much grab onto everything. Like, he has a very, like, I don't know how to explain it. Ooh, fuzzies. I don't know how to explain it, but like now he has like 4 loveys. So I'm going to show you those. The first one, this is his absolute most, this is his lovey, 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 lovey. He calls him Melmo Song. He can pronounce Elmo. He just has always called him Melmo Song. And it's just a blanket. It's got Cookie Monster and Elmo. And it's just like a toddler-sized blanket. And he's had this since he was 1 year old. And he has slept with it ever since. So now this is his lovey. One of his loveys. This is, he will ask for him. He doesn't carry this around with him, but when he goes to sleep, he has to have it. And I know I keep calling this blanket a he because my son calls him a he. But if he can't find him, then he will say, "Where's Momo Song? I can't find him." So I have to go find him. The second one he has, I don't know why these are so far away from me. Sorry. The second one he has is a bigger blanket. And this is Airplane. He calls him Airplane. It's just a big, soft fleece blanket with like a silky thing. I don't know. My son loves these blankets. He sleeps with both of them. Thank goodness he's not sleeping right now. He's up watching cartoons. I was wondering if how I was gonna do this and be able to show you guys with him sleeping. And then this is the third one. This is Night Toy. It came with a pair of pajamas, and he fell in love. He would like suck on it. I don't know. It's kind of whatever, but he would suck on him. He ripped all the stuffing out of him, but he so much doesn't sleep with him anymore. But I guarantee you, if I took this in his room tonight, it would start in a whole other whirlwind of he would have to have this little tiny toy. So yes, my son loves loveys, has always had loveys, and probably will always have loveys. Sorry about that. That was a really long explanation. Okay, how much time do you put between your baby's last feeding and bedtime? We eat dinner at like 5:30, 6 o'clock, and he goes to bed at 8. So, do you incorporate any books or music into bedtime? We do a lot of storytelling. He tells stories, I tell stories, his daddy tells stories. But when we do read a book, it is always this book. He does have other books, but I highly, highly recommend this book to anyone that does not have it. It's a nice thick book. It has, okay. Inside this book, I actually got it at Pomida, and I paid, the sticker's all rubbed off, because he got it when he was 9 months old, and he will be 4. I think I paid like $5 for it. Anyways, it has, I love you because you're you. I love you too. I love you, stinky face. I love you through and through, and mama loves you. This is like the world's stinking cutest book. My son loves it. Specifically, his favorite one is I love you, stinky face. And this is what it looks like. Cutest book ever. Just talking about, like, oh, mama, would you love me if I was a big scary ape? Would you love me if I was a super smelly skunk? Would you love me if I was a cyclops? Stuff like that. And the other one that my son loves is I love you through and through, and he actually reads that. He can't read, but I think he just has this book so memorized. And I'm sure every single mom has I love you through and through, but if you don't have it, you really should get this book. It is like the world's cutest book. I love your inside and outside. I love your fingers and toes, your ears and nose. So anyways, this is our book. Okay, does your baby sleep through the night? Yes, he does, and he has since he was a month old. What do you call bedtime? It's night time or night time. At what age did you start your bedtime routine? Right out of the gate. Everybody said, all the doctors said, all the magazines said, you have to have a, put your baby to sleep at a certain time. You have to have this routine, this hardcore routine. So I did, and he always has. He pretty much has been sleeping from 8 p.m. to 8 a.m. for his whole life. I mean, once he started sleeping through the night, like really actually chugging along and sleeping through the night. Is bath time part of your routine? Yes, it is. Not necessarily every single night, but mostly. And I wanted to show you guys 2 products that I am obsessed with. This packaging looks weird to me. Does it look weird to you guys? I know they have a totally different packaging now. This is like a different formula or something. I don't know if this is just like old, but it's the Johnson's Bedtime Lotion. Best lotion ever. It smells so good, and it says it's clinically proven to help like fussy babies fall asleep. It does. I don't know. It does. Maybe it's just because you're giving them a massage, but I know it has lavender in it, and it smells amazing, and I love the smell on him. And honestly, like, I can put this on him, and the next day, all day, I can smell it. So love this. The second one, because my son does have a little bit drier skin, this is the Johnson's Baby Creamy Oil, and he calls this his cocoa because it's cocoa and shea butter. And this stuff is amazing. It's not too oily. I love the creamy baby oils because it's a lotion, but it's so much more hydrating, and it smells super, super good. And it just keeps his skin nice and soft and supple. So I just had to show you guys those because those are my favorite. What is your nap routine? He takes a nap every single day. And I know this is crazy, but I will continue on until he really, truly is ready to not have to have a nap. The thing is that if he does not nap, he is super crabby and he won't eat. So, and this has been a problem I've had since he was very, very, very little. If he doesn't sleep, he doesn't eat. So, and he is already like a beanpole. So, he goes to sleep usually after lunch. Today I actually put him down early because all morning his eyes were red and he was like, are you tired, dude? And he's like, no. So I put him down early. But usually after lunch, he goes and takes a nap. He goes potty and lays down for a nap. And then the last question is, what other sleep methods have you tried? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know really what that means. Just we do whatever we can to help him sleep. We were the cried out parents. I know that sounds horrible to some people, but it works. He can make himself fall back to sleep. He was sleeping through the night quicker. I mean, he was sleeping through the night before we did the sleep it out method, or cried out method. But as he got older, like he knew, I'm going to cry and mommy and daddy are going to come running. And it was not working. And we eventually had to, I mean, we didn't just like stick him in his room and just cry, you know, but we would go and check on him and, you know, whatever. And eventually, like, it helps. It helps. So, that's what worked for us. And that is our bedtime routine tag, yada, yada. Go ahead and do this tag. It's super fun. And it's always nice to see what other moms do and how they parent a little bit differently. Things that help them, don't help them, whatever. If you do this video, please put it down below. I would love to watch, or even just be like, hey, Kim, I did it. You should go check out my page, because I will. Anyways, I hope you guys have a great day and a great weekend, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.